It's time for What's Up and About on this Wonder Woman Wednesday right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, there's so many things to talk about, especially on a day like today, a public holiday. But I love this post that Winfrey highlighted for us a bit earlier on today. And it's sort of like a post celebrating, celebrating people who like to take care of their parents. There were a few comments under the post that I don't know, I'm on the fence about, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Essentially, it's a post of a lady who talks about when she got into university, quite young. Her parents paid every single penny that she needed for school. And she was home one day where she got one of those scam calls, and sadly, because she responded in a not so intelligent way by giving her the PIN out, her mom's account PIN out. Apparently they drained her mom's bank account. And apparently her mom did not yell at her, didn't scream at her, didn't chastise her. She didn't ask her anything except if she still needed anything for school, that she could still sell some things from her shop to make sure she got them. And it's just heartwarming. It's heart-wrenching to think of how this girl probably felt after, maybe just making a mistake and thinking, you know what, Omo, is the end. But her mom just came back with, don't worry, Now, where do we stand on taking care of your parents? Because this lady now says everything in her being, everything in her power, she's going to do to look after her mom from there on out. But there are some people that feel that doing things for your parents shouldn't be your priority at this time. What do you think?
Yeah, so basically, anyway, something that caught my attention on the post, I think on the last slide, she literally said, spending my money anyhow. So that's why I pray day and night for God to keep them for me till the day I retire. Them and give them the only one job, right? Spend my money anyhow and living their life lavishly and all of that. She now said, else you have had disgusting parents. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's going all great until you
that
literally took that. Yeah. So I mean, I went over. There were several comments, right? I think another one that the truth is, I feel different strokes for different folks. I think that's literally the point, because someone actually went ahead to comment that, every time she literally tries assisting her parents and their mom and everything, the mom literally tells her, see, you're the one starting life, right? Okay. Right now, it's time for you to gather as much as you can, invest in yourself, do all of that and everything. Don't worry, we are fine. We're good. Do you understand? We brought you to this point. Do you understand? So another person also commented about how, their parents, her dad was literally about to sell the property and share the money amongst their siblings, and they literally decided to take her to school, send her to school, to masters abroad instead and all of that. So I'm just saying that, I mean, people have different ideas, right? Some people are talking about how, okay, if your parents are still young, why are you still sending them money if they're still working and all of that? But some people believe that, like the people that brought you to this life literally should be taken care of. And I think that's where I actually stand. I mean, if they've literally sacrificed, because if you look at it, right, they're working. Even now, like if you actually are a parent, you're working, and the first thing you're always thinking about is your kids, where your kids are, how they're doing. You understand? I feel if they get to a level of responsibility, no matter how wealthy they are, you definitely should honor your parents by literally making sure that life is way more easier
for them.
Yeah.
The brain of this conversation here is the tweet that said, it is not your responsibility to take care of your parents. That was what started this conversation. Yesterday, I went to a physiotherapist because I've been having frequent backaches. And while I was waiting for, at the reception, this lady came in with her mom. Apparently, her mom is very elderly, and I guess she's having some, physical body issues, and she decided to bring her in. And every single time that I see people with their parents, I mean, I become very emotional because, I mean, over the weekend, I had a hangout with my cousins, and we talked about my mom because their mom is also dead. My mom is a twin. Oh, so yes. It was a reunion of some sort. Yeah, and we're talking about our parents and how much we would do for them, if they were here. I mean, imagine taking them on trips, taking them on spa dates, because they deserve it. And let's flip it. And some people would say, What if your parents were never there? What if they were, you know, ruthless, wicked, evil? They never gave you any sort of attention. You know better? They said 2 wrongs never make a right, right? If you know better at this point or at this stage in your life, do better. If they knew better, they would have done better at their own time. But you are at a point where you are more aware, you are knowledgeable, you have that enlightenment, you have that awareness. Do better. They are your parents. The Bible it's not an error when it said, honor your father and your mother, so that your days will be long. Emphasis, it did not say buts. If they are like wicked or if they did not take care of you, do not do it. No. It is stipulated there, and it is a rule that we should all abide by, because the truth is, we might even think that we are better parents, and then as we grow older, we find out that even our children, God said, will be like,
they don't even send you.
Do you understand? So just honor your parents in the best way that you can.
I was actually, because there are a lot of people that have been in situations where their carers or whoever looked after them, adults looking after them, were not knowledgeable about the ethics of parenting. They were extremely mean, probably even down to the issue of child labor. You know, so for instance, you know, okay, there was a gentleman I heard about, and he lived with his uncle. Now, his uncle and his father were extremely close. They were like, they did everything together. And when his own father died, he expected his uncle to follow suit and look after him in the same way his father essentially look after his brother. And apparently this uncle was the meanest, the most wicked, and as he grew up, all he could remember was how good his father was to him. And eventually, even though I think he was sleeping under the stairs, he was cleaning the whole house for the man's family and everything, relegated to wearing the same shirt almost every day. He eventually made it. And he had heard somewhere that the best revenge was success. So yes, if maybe the person taking care of you wasn't so nice to you, pay it forward by being successful, right? He eventually took care of the uncle's children were, God forgive me, useless. They didn't amount to anything. The man took all his father's money and used it to build a business. The children tore it down. Eventually, this same boy that was sleeping under the stairs was the one that looked after his cousins and the uncle in old age. Now, this man is a multi-millionaire now. I know that it's like, I don't know, it's God's way of blessing him for not having revenge or taking revenge out on that old man.
Because he could have responded in the same way.
He could have.
Manner.
Now, coming back to this story, I wanted to just touch on the fact that you are also going to have young people look after you one day.
As you grow older.
If you don't pay it forward now, what is going to happen to you?
It's waiting for you. In front.
It's waiting for you with...
It's waiting for you in front. Even PhD.
But at this point, we would love to hear your thoughts. Please use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Tag us #WakeUpNigeria TVCE and let us hear your side on this matter. Let's take another quick break. There's still more on Wake Up Nigeria.